So later on, we're going to announce what the question is. I haven't even thought of a question. I don't even know what the question would be. But perhaps what I need to do is, what do you reckon, Zainab? Should we just say, share your best memory of Done for Conversation?
Perfect.
Is that better?
Yes.
And then, there we have people listening downstairs who will pick the best memory, I guess.
Or
And also my guest will be here. You'll help us, won't you? Pick the best one, especially as you'll be hearing, right? Right, so let me introduce him. Since I've already told you he's here, his name is Jude Ferrami, and Jude is basically has gone through that pain that we're all going through right now. So, first and foremost, we are in that season, the season of primaries, yes. And I bet when we were thinking every 4 years or before the 4 years comes, we forget about the primaries. We literally do. We forget that, the primaries is where the decision as to who gets our vote is made, right? Now, if you don't realize, or if you disagree, if you haven't noticed that this is possibly has been one of the most intriguing and interesting primaries ever, then I don't know where you've been, perhaps under a rock or something, possibly, I don't know. But for me, and for many people, it had us captivated, like literally arrested, because we had many hopes, many candidates, women all over the place. I mean, it was exciting. We had young people coming out saying, I want to be the president. All that too young to run. Young people are only on social media. And the young people came out and said, look here. No, we're not just on social media. Yeah, I will never forget the missive that I read. It was sort of probably about, 6 years ago, 8 years ago or so, that I read on WhatsApp, where it was about, it's a popular prof who wrote it, who I don't always agree with, but he's got white hair. There you go. And he wrote something and said, young people at their age, Gowon was this, Obasanjo was this one was that. And I thought to myself, how dare you be so unfair on young people? The situation was different. The time was different. The opportunities were different. So many things were different. Anyway, so all that talking at young people, we had many young people coming out. It was exciting. Okay, they went for APC, PDP, ADC, SDP. Like, there's so many parties. Even a new party has come out, and then PP. So many parties, and we were excited. Really excited. And then, suddenly, it's about delegates. Oops, who are they? Yes, a group of faceless people. Again, I repeat, a group of faceless people to the majority of us. Not just the majority of us, the voters. A group of people from each party get to decide the menu. As in, literally, they get to decide whether we're having a dikaikon, whether we're having okra, asekbo, whether we're having ewedu, whether we're having ogbono rather, whether we're having it with pounded jam, with amala, whether we're doing jollof or fried rice. They literally get to decide what menu is put in front of us. Just swallow that for a second. A group of faceless people get to decide the menu that is put in front of all of us. Some 60, possibly 80 million voters across the country. And that's where we find ourselves. And we don't know we don't know who they are. They could be your next door neighbor. You actually don't know. So today I want us to talk about delegates, because if you've been as enraptured and annoyed, actually, I have to be honest, I have been annoyed, I've been angry that there are people who are able to collect money, and let's be frank, in exchange for doing what they should be doing, in exchange for what they are there for. So they get to collect these things. Yet we say to ourselves, don't collect money. Remember, I've done this show before. Don't collect money for your votes. Don't sell your votes. Don't sell your livelihood. But these people are able to do that. Why? Because in our electoral act, parties are able to choose. They are able to decide. So you have direct primaries, non-direct primaries. You have statutory delegates and you have ad hoc delegates. Now, that's what Jude is here to discuss with me, because Jude, incidentally, has been a victim of the delegates. Jude ran for House of Reps in Osun State. Jude lost. Jude, the super smart guy who is the CEO of his own company, lost out. So today, let's talk to Jude. Let's have a conversation. And that conversation is called hashtag Let's Talk Delegates. Go on social media, go on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is at Nigeria Info FM. Go on the website, nigeriainfo.fm. Send me messages on WhatsApp, 0809 597 5805. You must call in. Female only line 014657190. Women, what are you saying? I mean, literally, by the way, we've had one female one. I think it's Adamawa and she's going for governor. So whoa. But women, I want to hear from you. How are you feeling? The general studio line, however, is 0700 993 993 993. On Instagram, we are at Nigeria Info FM. On Facebook, we are Nigeria Info 99.3. So the hashtag is Let's Talk Delegates. Jude, thank you for joining me all the way from Abuja.
Thank you so much for having me.
No, it is my pleasure. We should be thanking you because I know I've interrupted and sort of jammed into your day, and you said, you know what, yeah, this is important, let's do this because we've got to have this conversation. So first of all, let me say to you, look, well done, and a massive well done on standing above the parapet, putting yourself out there on stage and saying, look, I know I can do this. So talk to me about who is Jude, or what you've done before. Okay, let's understand your background briefly, and then why you chose to put yourself forward. Then we'll go on to talk about your experience in the journey.
Okay, thank you so much. So Jude, as we've been talking about, I'm CEO for Publicroft. It's a public policy consulting company here in the Federal Capital Territory, and largely focused on innovation and technology policy. So usually the policy consulting that we engage in.
Okay, so you actually work in policy?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So we consult for largely the Federal Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, and the Federal Ministry of Communications and Digital Economy. A public example of our work is the recent National Digital Innovation and Entrepreneurship Startup Policy.
Oh, wow.
That was published the Federal Ministry last year. That's one of the work that we did with the Federal Ministry. Even we also have to engage in National Assembly because for the committees on ICT and science that committees, both the Senate and the House of Representatives, they usually do work that impact on science policy, innovation policy in the country. And we usually engage on how the laws they're trying to pass will impact on businesses and maybe drive innovation. So this is what I do on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, so it's not new to you. So the public space, public policy, sort of government is not new to you.
Not
Excellent. So what made you go out and say, right, it's going to be me this time?
So I've also been involved with advocacy for I think 9 years now. So the Not Young to Run that you also made reference to was one of news that I advocated for
Okay.
for an organization that I founded with a few other young people. It's called Raising New Voices.
It's
So
called
what we
what?
are raising,
There's a lot of echo where
raising
you are. I don't know why. But yeah, it's called what? Sorry, say that again.
Raising New Voices.
Raising New Voices. Okay.
Yeah. And that work is largely around how can young people get involved in politics, in advocacy, because of barriers. So apart from not going to run hacks now, you see the advocacy and electoral reform it was also an advocacy that would play the huge role in trying to see how can we reform our elections to better increase the chances for young people.
Okay.
When a milestone, for example, it was when the National Assembly said they were prohibiting electronic transmission of votes in the Electoral Act. I'm not sure if you heard about that during the time. Even though they gave INEC the power to conduct elections electronically, they wanted to expressly prohibit electronic transmission of results. So, as an organization, which is also satisfied with technology, we developed this beautiful civic organization tool to put pressure on the National Assembly and get a lot of young people to do that. So if you saw that headline where the Senate president mentioned that he got up to 900 messages and 1,000 emails, that was
hot. Okay.
Doing that advocacy.
Excellent.
And saying, we have to be able to get young people to give a chance and reform our elections. So technically speaking, I've been in this space for a while, and I've also run for elections before in 2017.
Oh, in 2017 you ran. Okay, so really now we've got to talk about that journey. So you decided to put yourself out there and run for House of Reps. Is it Federal House of Reps, right? In Osun State.
Yeah.
Okay. Which district or which ward?
So the Federal House of Reps is a federal constituency. It consists of 4 local governments.
Right.
Elisha East, Elisha West, Asakumota East, Asakumota West.
Which one did you go for?
That's the federal constituency.
Right. It's the whole right.
The federal constituency where you have just one local government.
Right.
But my consists of 4 local governments and 42 wards. I mean, I know this can be technical, but each federal constituency can contain either 1 local government or 2 local governments. I think the most I've seen is 4 local governments.
Okay.
And those 4 local governments make 1 federal constituency.
Okay.
So I decided to run to be the representative for that federal constituency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So tell us, what has your journey been like? So you went to the party, I'm presuming, right? Completed your form. Take us from there. How did you choose which party to go to, firstly? What made you decide which party to go for?
I think that's a very good place to start. I ran on the platform of the People's Democratic Party. And the reason I did that was because the People's Democratic Party presents itself as a party that is much more friendly to young people. So the national youth leader, for example, is a 25-year-old Nigerian from Kaduna State. In Lagos, there, Gbadebo Rivo, who ran for government at this time, he got the ticket for Senate at the age of 35.
Yeah.
And we see a number of other young honorables in the House of. I mentioned I also consult with the National Assembly. Some of the honorable members that I know that are in the National Assembly are also from PDP. Some of them are also from the All Progressive Congress, but it was clear to me that the PDP was
more young people friendly, right?
Yeah,
okay.
Than the All Progressive Congress. Okay. Another point was the All Progressive Congress is the ruling party in Osun State, and they've been the ruling party for 12 years now.
Right.
And you can already see the unpopularity on the street because of the policies, because of how bad it is, and the suffering that people are going through. Also, I mean, you had the national, the issues on the national level with the whole Progressive Congress there. So, I mean, that makes these guys just told me. And I joined the party like in 2020.
So you joined the party in 2020, right? Is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah. I joined the party in 2020 after Henford, and decided that it was the party to run hard. My experience I like everybody is currently going through with the news on social media. It has not been different, to be honest.
So let me ask you first. When you completed, did you have to pay for your form? I think we have a minute before we go on break. Did you have to go less than a minute? Did you have to pay for your form, the application form?
Yes, absolutely. The nomination form and the
right. And how much was that?
That was 2.5 million.
For each form?
2 million for the nomination form, and then 500,000 for the expression of interest form.
Okay. At that point, we're going to go on break because we got conversations, Jude. Thank you for your honesty. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this break.
Downfall Conversations will be right back.
This is an infomercial.
Good afternoon, Lagos. FETA right here. And right about now, I'm here to tell you or to remind you of the biggest football fan festival in Nigeria, which is happening tomorrow. Yes, you've been hearing it all week long. And guess what? It is here, 28th of May, 2022, at the Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel, Ahmadu Bello Way, Victoria Island, Lagos. Go Fest 2022 is going to be featuring a lot of exhilarating games, food, comedy, live music, by some of the best Nigerian music superstars. And you can also get to watch the UEFA Champions League finals on super huge screens. Oh, wow. So guess what? Limited tickets are actually available. So make sure you get your ticket now at www.gofestnigeria.com. GoFest 2022 is powered by Football Republic and proudly refreshed by Pepsi.
That was an infomercial.
Downfall Conversations will be right back.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Many people are in business, but not everyone means business. The people who mean business never say no to money, cash, card, or transfer. These ones grab business opportunities with their full chest. Keep an eye on things that matter, like people, cash flow, and how it all adds up. They do not only know their onions, they know their numbers. They mean business. With Number, you mean business. Visit www.number.com, that is NOMBA, number.com, to get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest football fan festival in Nigeria is back. It's Goal Fest 2022. Featuring exhilarating games, food, comedy, live music by some of the best Nigerian music superstars. And you can watch the UEFA Champions League finals on a super huge screen. Goal Fest 2022 will take place on the 28th of May, 2022 at the Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel, Ahmadu Bello Way, VI, Lagos. Time at 12 noon. Hurry now. Limited tickets available. Get your free tickets now at www.goalfestnigeria.com. Goal Fest 2022 is powered by Football Republic and refreshed by Pepsi.
Welcome to the Woodland Estate, located at Lekki Phase 1 near Nike Art Gallery, Freedom Road Junction. We have 44 units of 4-bedroom terrace duplex at 150 million each and 44 units of 2-bedroom flat at 75 million each off plan rates. But we currently put up only 4 units at a promo price of 130 million for the 4-bedroom terrace duplex and 60 million for the 2-bedroom flats. Why not take advantage of this great opportunity? For inquiry, please call 0803 8000 606 0803 8000 606. You cannot afford to miss this huge investment opportunity. Invest in real estate. Invest for your future.
Many people are in business, but not everyone means business. The people who mean business never say no to money, cash, card, or transfer. These ones grab business opportunities with their full chest. Keep an eye on things that matter, like people, cash flow, and how it all adds up. They do not only know their onions, they know their numbers. They mean business. With Number, you mean business. Visit www.number.com, that is NOMBA, number.com, to get started.
Gather around, kids. You can't miss this news. The best of Nickelodeon is coming to you on Wazobia Max TV. Yes, you heard right. The very best of Nickelodeon is now live on Wazobia Max TV. That's Monday to Friday from 4 to 5 p.m. Enjoy your favorite Nickelodeon shows like Rusty Rivets, Bubble Guppies, Avatar, Game Shakers, and more. Nickelodeon, every kid's favorite, now on Wazobia Max TV. The fun never stops. Watch Wazobia Max TV on UHF 57 and DSTV channel 259.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to Downfall Conversations, right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We're back. So, Jude, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, super. You paid 5 million, correct? Or is it 4.5?
2.5 million.
Pardon?
That was the nomination fees. 2.5 million.
2.5 million for the nomination, the expression
2
of
million
interest.
and then 500,000 for the
Right,
expression
so
of
it's
interest.
total of 2.5 million. That's what you paid.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. Having paid that, what do you then get in return from the party? Is there any kind of support that comes from the party for you expressing your interest, for paying, for putting in an application form and paying? What exactly do you get for that 2.5?
You get a form. A form where you put in your details and then you submit to the party. And that's all.
That's it.
That's it. We actually paid another 200,000 naira for what they called branding. It was a brand pack that they gave all the candidates. So I even have it here lying on my table.
Show us. Put it to camera. Right. So they give you this. Right. And what's inside?
It contains the constitution of the party.
Okay.
Then
not the constitution of Nigeria, then just the party.
No.
Okay.
Some brand manual for the party in case you want to brand your boss or your merchandise, and then an electoral guideline for the primary election.
Right.
That basically tells you what exactly to expect.
Right.
And then you have a flash drive as well, where the brand materials for the party is also in there, and that's what you get.
That's all you get.
You then go back to your state. At the state level, you also have to pay some dues.
Okay. So now we're at 2.7. So let's get to the states, right?
So for the state dues in Osun State, it was another 1.25 million. And
Another-
then for the local,
Another
1,250,000.
Okay, I'm gonna write this down just so we get the exact
that's okay.
calculation. Keep going.
Absolutely. And then at the local government level, you have to pay another 100,000 naira. And that's pretty much the administrative charges that you have to pay to the party for contesting. If you're running for Senate, the fees are higher. If you're running for governorship, the fees are higher.
Of course. So let me just go back. What did you pay that? Was it 1.25 million you said you paid at the state level when you got to what was that for?
So, I mean, it is assumed that as a member of the party, you should have been paying dues to the party since you joined. And if you've not been doing that, even if you've been doing that, you have to pay. It's just state dues. They call it state dues.
State dues.
Dues, yes. That's what they call it. Usually, it helps. I talked to I talked to the chairman of my local government around the 100,000 naira that we paid to the local government.
Yeah.
And he explained to me that usually on the day of the primary elections, there are expenses that have to be paid. So policemen have to be invited, civil defense have to be invited, the committee organizing the elections have to travel from Abuja, they have to be lodged somewhere. So these monies that we pay go into the organizing of the election at the state level.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So you've paid all of this. Then what happens? What did you begin to do?
So even before the payment, I mean, the campaign, as it were, started. So, and what we did was, because the electoral guidelines stated that these are the people who would vote, I and my team had to constantly go to the leaders of the party. We usually call a meeting. The leadership of the party calls a meeting and says, this person wants to meet with the leaders of the party at the ward level.
Okay.
Which was the first thing I did.
Okay.
So in my ward, which is 1 out of 42 wards, in my ward, I called the meeting of leaders and explained to them that I am a member of the party, I vote in this polling unit, and I am interested in contesting for the seat of a representative for the federal constituency. When I called the meeting, of course, there has to be a sitting allowance for everybody who attends the meeting.
So every person that sat on a chair at that meeting had to get an allowance. Tell us, how much was that?
Yes. I mean, there are different things that you can call it, but you just have to part with money. In some instances, you can call it transport fare, you can call it sitting allowance, whatever it is, you have to envelope some cash for the people sitting down. And then, because I've done that in my ward.
Can I be cheeky and ask how much roughly what that cash was?
Usually it's about 10,000 naira per person.
Okay.
And the leaders, I mean, vary in numbers. Some would come, some wouldn't come.
Okay.
But the idea is it doesn't have to be that much.
Okay.
It might also be much more than that. I know candidates who spent that.
Okay.
So
please carry on.
And then after that, I have to then go to the local government and do the same thing. Call a meeting of the leaders in the local government and say, I want to run for this particular role. I want to contest for this office, and these are my reasons. Basically, try to convince them of why I am qualified and who I am and where I'm from. To tell them that I really believe that my candidacy would benefit the party, would benefit party leaders, would benefit the party members. And then after that, I have to do that for each local government. So we have to call meetings for all the leaders in each of the 4 local governments where I'm contesting. We have to call a meeting of my ward leaders. And then, the structure of the party is such that apart from leaders, there's a leaders caucus. So when I'm calling the meeting of leaders, those are the people that attend The members of the Leaders Caucus are the people that attend that meeting.
So that's the
But there
top
are
level. That's the top
the
level.
top level.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's also the executives of the party, which is the 5 principal officers of the ward, of all the 42 wards in my federal constituency.
Okay.
So you have the chairman, the vice chairman, the secretary, the women leader, and the youth leader.
Okay.
5 of them make up the principal officers at the ward level.
Okay.
So, and then at the local government level, you have 18 officers, from the chairman to the deputy chair, all the way to the treasurer, ex-officio, 18 of them.
Okay.
At the local government level. So after calling the meeting of the leaders, I then have to call the meeting of, I had to call the meeting of local government executives.
And how many are there?
In the local, there are 18 of them.
Wow. Okay. Those are the 18 officers. Yeah.
Yeah, in my local government.
Right.
And then, of course, do the same thing over again. Talk to them. This is who I am. This is why I'm running. Give them a sitting allowance. Go to the next local government and do the same. Go to the next local government and do the same. And then I didn't have to call the ward executives from each ward. So this is like a ward tour now. Usually,
yeah, it's pretty much a tour.
Yeah. Some aspirants choose to call everybody once and for all and say there are 42 wards in my federal constituency, for example. So in each of the local governments, you can choose to call all the ward executives or the principal officers in the local government. Or you can choose to go from one ward, meet the principal officers, go to the next ward, meet the principal officers, and on until you exhaust that list. And that's what we chose to do.
Okay, so for the sake of time, sorry to interrupt you. So your primary took place this week, correct?
Yes, Sunday.
It took place on Sunday. Right. So what happened at that primary? So you arrived. Go on, talk to us. Because we're curious.
Okay.
These are faceless people, as I keep saying. It's almost like they're ghosts that appear every few years.
What happens at the primaries is that, for example, this primary election that we did, the guideline from the national headquarters was that 3 ad hoc delegates elected at the ward level would be the ones voting. So everything I've told you earlier about the people I was voting,
they were statutory delegates, right?
Yeah, some of them were statutory delegates. Some of them were, they were statutory delegates. You know. So the meetings that we're having have no bearing on what
it became pointless on the day of the primary.
Pointless, but it wasn't. We expected that those were the people that were going to vote, and I believe that if they had voted, maybe, I mean, we'll never know, but maybe the election would have turned out differently. But a few weeks before the election, each ward would have to elect 3 people. These are the delegates that we're talking about. 3 delegates, 3 ad hoc delegates in each of the wards that would then elect the nominee of the party for the office.
Right. Let me stop you there. My listeners may not know, and I'm sure a lot of them don't know, what is an ad hoc delegate and where are they found? Is it something you go to ShopRite and get? Is it something, you pick up at KFC? I don't know. Where do they suddenly appear from?
So an ad hoc delegate is somebody who is elected, ideally, who is elected at the ward level to serve the role of nominating the candidate of the party.
Right.
So each ward, on a chosen date, each ward would elect 3 people.
Okay.
Usually, this is supposed to be a traditional election process where if you choose to be a delegate, you approach the leadership of the party. You get a form, just in the same manner that I purchased a form to express my interest in contesting for the House of Reps office. If any member of the party wants to be a delegate, right, the person purchases a form, fills that form, submits it to the national headquarters through the state, And then on that chosen date, the members of the party will line up behind whoever they want the candidates to be. This is the ideal form. The practical one is that the people are usually chosen by the leaders of the party. In fact,
what you're saying is what actually happens and what is supposed to happen are very different.
Exactly.
So what actually happens is
the leaders of the party choose 3 people. They purchase 3 forms. In fact, in some instances, members of the parties don't even know where to purchase those forms, right? They purchase 3 forms. They choose the 3 people within themselves, write the names of these 3 people, and then on the day of the Congress where delegates are supposed to be elected, they basically just ratify and say these people have been chosen to be the delegates of the party.
Wow.
And I mean, by the time we begin to look at this process, these are probably parts of the point where some change can begin to happen.
Absolutely. So you aspirants, you don't get to even have a conversation with these ad hoc delegates who are imposed on you. The people that impose them on you are the guys at the top, as they say, the executives, and that's it. Those are the people that decide.
So usually, right, the delegates, after they've been chosen, everybody. So if you're a politician, you know the delegates that have been chosen in each of the wards after the process.
Right.
So you then begin to engage them all over again.
So did you get a chance to engage them?
Absolutely. In some instances, some people do not know who these delegates are. For example, there are local government or federal constituencies where the delegates list, the official delegates list, does not get back because you're supposed to send a complete list of those delegates to the national headquarters.
Right.
And then the national headquarters then publishes, just as INEC publishes the name of voters in a polling unit, the national headquarters then publishes the names of the delegates for each of the federal constituencies that will be voting. And then aspirants are then supposed to know that, okay, these are the people that will be determining the candidates of the party in these particular offices. So when the delegates in my constituency were elected, we began to engage them one after the other, just as we have engaged the ward executives and leaders of the party, and all over again, call meetings, in some instances go to them. There are people that went to their firms because they were not within the constituency. There are people that went to the offices. There are people that came to our offices. There are people that will go to their homes early in the morning, basically just to continue to talk to them about why they should vote for us on election day.
Okay, so we're running out of time. That's the problem with this show. Time goes too fast. The lines have been going crazy. You've ignited everybody's curiosity. They have questions. 0700 993 993 993, and the female only line is 01465 7190. WhatsApp is 0809 597 5805. So tell me, at that primary that you took part in, Jude, were you satisfied with the process? First of all, I don't want to tell them what happened, but did you win? Were you satisfied with the process? Those two things.
Of course, I lost the election.
You lost it to whom? Is it the current, the incumbent? You lost it to the incumbent.
No. So the incumbent representative from my constituency is from the other party, the All Progressives Congress.
Okay.
So the person who won was a candidate for governorship of the party. He lost that election and then stepped down to contesting for House of Representatives.
All right.
On election day, he
sounds like a penalty shootout to me. But keep going. Yeah.
On the election day, he was the highest bidder. And by highest bidder, I mean he gave delegates the most money.
I was going to say he spent. Let's be frank. He spent.
Absolutely.
He spent the kind of money you were not ready or even able to spend.
So it was the one who won.
Wow.
The second runner-up was somebody who was chosen, endorsed by the party leadership, that delegates within the party should go on. You remember I mentioned to you that the leaders usually end up choosing the delegates in each of the wards.
Yeah.
So they have a say in some sense on who they vote for, because it's almost like a beneficial position. When you're a delegate, aspirants are looking for you. You are called to several meetings. For each of the meetings, there is a sitting allowance. So in the space of for example, in my constituency, about 6 of us were contesting for the seats. So each delegate's meeting 6 people get sitting allowance
at different times. So in total, how much were you out of pocket in total for this single position you were competing for? Because let's be honest, it's a competition. How much did you end up spending in total, roughly? Give us an idea.
Roughly, we spent over 30 million.
The line just went crazy. I can't even breathe. Can you breathe, Lagos? Yes. 0700 993. And I promise I'm not going to be picking up your calls. 993 993 993. Because dude just literally dropped my jaw on the floor. 30 million. In Osun State, so we're not even talking Lagos yet. We are talking Osun State, where they sell amala for what? You can still eat amala in Osun State for what? 500 naira and have a belly full? I mean, seriously? Let's answer some calls, Jude.
So, I mean,
I'm sure there are questions for you. Let's answer some calls. Hello?
Hello, my high priestess.
Hello, my dear. How are you? What's your name and where you calling from?
This is your assistant, Achike from Festa.
I know, but I must always ask you your name. Yes, have you been listening?
In fact, it's hard to stay, not to be depressed. What this one just tells us is not a matter of staying in the party or how long. As in, what to win election is Egoiji Obiasigige.
Okay, talk to me slowly. Tell me slowly so I can repeat that.
Egonwere Obiasimike.
Egonwere Obiasimike, which means what?
Yeah. It comes from this Lady Dundee song, Cash. What it means is that the amount of money I have, then my mind will be strong. That is just what this whole election is. They don't care about ideas. That's just what all this is about for me.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your comment. Hello? Hello? Oh, you need your line to be clear. Are you there? Hello? I can hear you just about. Good afternoon. Let's try. Oh, comrade Koboko. Koboko, your line is not great. It's not great. It's not great. I'm so sorry, Koboko. Please call back 0700 993 993 993. The female only line is 01 465 7190. It's such an interesting topic right now. We might have to do our birthday thing next week. But anyway, let's go. Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, Chief Mrs. Ireti Bakare.
Good afternoon, Chief Mister. How are you?
Fine, ma. Good afternoon to our guest.
Yes, Jude, he can hear you.
Downful conversation. You said which one is that, right?
Yes.
Is the one you interviewed. You remember that Dr. Mrs. Joy Emode or something, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Oh, my God. That one.
The one about the young men. Yes?
Yes. Yes. My day. You know, that day I was telling you that if we have people like this doctor in the House of Assembly or Senate, all of them will catch cold.
Okay. We need to write your number down. Have you been listening to the show today?
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
About what he's saying?
Yes.
Oh, like the caller from First Tax said, you know, there's this thing in Nigeria they call Afro-Dempa politics. Afro-Dempa.
Which means what?
In Ekiti, they say stomach infrastructure, right?
Yes.
So both the delegate or both the party elders, so all of them are playing this Afro-Dempa politics. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Chief Minister. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good afternoon.
Hello, it's Comrade.
Yes, Comrade, talk to me.
Auntie, good afternoon, ma.
Sisi Oge to you. What do you mean, Auntie? I've told you, you are not allowed to call me Auntie.
Ma. Okay, Sisi Oge, good afternoon.
How are you? Talk to me.
I'm very fine. I want to tell you what is important in my life. Hello?
I can hear you.
I'm ready to vote. But I want to ask a question. All this money primaries, all this money back the highest bidder primaries, and you people are busy telling us to to bring our PVC, bring out our PVC. Is our PVC going to work for what is happening? And another one, I want you to explain to the whole Nigeria what happened in Olu. I am announcing result under duress, which Nigerian journalists and Nigerian lawyers never talk about it. So how is our vote going to count?
Right.
That's my own question. Yes, how is our vote going to count in this thing that are happening now, in this highest money primaries, and bring out our PVC bill? So I want you to explain to Nigerians how our vote is going to count, because I'm ready to vote.
Thank you so much, Kuboko. Let me try and pick up more calls. We'll try and come back. Jude and I will attempt to answer your questions. Let's pick up more calls. Hello? Are you there? Lines keep coming. Right, lines keep cutting off. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Ma.
What's your name, please? What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Joy. I'm calling from Ogun State.
Okay, Joy, talk to me.
I'm really just trying to get involved in politics and voting because of all the get your PVC thing I've been hearing. But with what I've listened to today...
Is your radio off, Joy? You need to turn your radio off so we can hear you properly.
Okay, I said I'm just trying to get involved in politics and learn how it works so I can vote right.
Okay.
I know, but with what I'm hearing today, I'm starting to wonder if, like how does this thing really work? It's so shocking because I kind of got involved in school politics in the university.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, if this is how it works, then maybe if there is hope and things like that. But now I'm wondering, if this is how it works at the House of Rep, how is it going to work at the presidency
level,
the governorship? How sure are we that we're going to get people who will do the right thing?
Thank you. Good question, Joy. When we come back after this break, I'm going to get Jude to answer that for you. Thank you so much.
To get started.
Ladies and gentlemen, the biggest football fan festival in Nigeria is back. It's Goal Fest 2022. Featuring exhilarating games, food, comedy, live music by some of the best Nigerian music superstars. And you can watch the UEFA Champions League finals on a super huge screen. Goal Fest 2022 will take place on the 28th of May 2022 at the Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel, Amadu Bello Way, VI, Lagos. Time at 12 noon. Hurry now. Limited tickets available. Get your free tickets now at www.goalfestnigeria.com. Goalfest 2022 is powered by Football Republic and refreshed by Pepsi.
Many people are in business, but not everyone means business. The people who mean business never say no to money, cash, card, or transfer. These ones grab business opportunities with their full chest. Keep an eye on things that matter, like people, cash flow, and how it all adds up. They do not only know their onions, they know their numbers. They mean business. With Number, you mean business. Visit www.number.com, that is NOMBA, number.com, to get started.
We're finally in finals week.
How can you tell me that they're making less than they think they should be making? That is enough reason for them to cause discord in the entire Nigerian system.
But we're not at the final yet.
Don't you see that it's an infringement on my right as an individual to move? Because sometimes I won't want to pass that place because of the fact that I have to pay.
Only 4 debaters are left standing right now.
The IMF reported that the Naira is losing value about 10.8% of the value annually. About 91 million Nigerians are suffering.
But that's 2 debaters too many.
The heavy expenditure on capital projects is one of the reasons why government struggles to pay salaries of workers.
So before we can crown our champion on Thursday, 2 of the final 4 must fall. The semi-finals are next on the I Beg to Differ debate tournament. Monday,
I am Korea Salamo.
1 winner.
My name is Hamidon Erojan.
1 winner. Tuesday, 1 winner. 1 winner. 1 million naira. Join me, Sandra Ezekwesili, my panel of judges, and my final 4 every Monday to Thursday from 4 p.m. on 99.3 Nigeria Info. This tournament is supported by ULESSON, RLG Communications, and obiwizi.com.
You are listening to your #1 station for talk.
Your #1 station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
to Downfall Conversations right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
So we're back. Right. We've got 2 minutes before the 2 o'clock headlines. So I'm going to get Jude to answer those two questions. You know, we always run out of time on this show. Jude, you heard my two callers. Comrade wanted to know why he should vote. And the younger the Joy wanted to know, should she go into politics? What do you have to say?
Okay, I will start from answering Joy's question.
Yes, go ahead.
I mean, the answer is absolutely.
We have just over a minute. Yeah,
absolutely. I think if Joy is listening, she should go into politics. She should get involved at her ward level, because ultimately what we need to do is increase the quality of political leadership in our country.
Okay.
And there is no way to do that except to get involved, not just by voting, but by getting involved within a political party system. I think right now, for our generation, political party reform is the movement that everybody should sign up to.
Absolutely.
For the gentleman, comrade, absolutely, I think he would vote. He will be disenfranchising himself. But even, see, there's this conversation about choosing one of lesser evils.
Yes.
Right? But even when there is a massive mandate for one of the lesser evils, the foundation for accountability becomes solid.
Excellent.
Because you can be able to vote for you and you can take them accountable.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Don't go away. Let's hear the news headlines from my girl, Yvonne Ohaifo.
It's 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock.
The headline news on 99.3.
99.3 Nigeria Info. I'm Ivana Haifo here with the news headlines. President Muhammadu Buhari celebrates with young Nigerians on Children's Day. Governor Sanwo-Olu urges Lagosians to expect more from his administration. While All Progressives Congress governorship aspirant in Lagos, Wale Oluwo, protests his exclusion from primary of the party, claims a screening committee worked with powerful individuals to prevent him from the primary. Lagos State government reiterates commitment to ending open defecation by the year 2025. Business activities are expected to resume at the Day-Day market from today. Nigerian naval ship Kaida arrives Lagos after maiden voyage and last port call in Gabon. Esther Bewaji emerges as winner of Nigeria Info's 1 million naira grand prize at a Beg to Differ tournament. And Federation of International Football Associations announces closure of random selection draw sales period of second phase sale for FIFA World Cup Qatar 2022 tickets. Those were the headlines. This is a Downfall Conversation with Ireti Bakare-Yusuf. I'm Ivana Haifo. You're listening to 99.3 Nigeria Info. Good afternoon.
Welcome back to Downfall Conversations right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
We have no time, so you know how it is. You snooze, you lose. You get 30 seconds, you drop your question. And my Oga has said we should actually do the competition today. So when you call, drop your question and also your favorite episode of Downfall Conversations. Okay? All right. Let's go to the phone lines. Hello?
Hello, one and only. My own baby to see you, good one. This is Mr. Frank.
I thought so. Good afternoon, Mr. Frank. How are you?
How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I've missed you for some times now.
Oh, yes, I was away for a bit, but I'm back. Not going anywhere again.
I will come and collect my chocolate.
Okay. So talk to me. Have you been hearing my conversation with my guest today?
Yes, I want to ask him one small question.
Go on.
He has spent over 30 million.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has lost the election.
Mm-hmm.
what is going to be his game now?
Okay.
All this money now, is it gone?
It's gone. But let me ask him. I'll ask him for you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ask him the benefit. What is going to be his benefit or his...
What has he gained from the money that he spends? Yes. Good question.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Mr. Frank. Be well. Hello? Okay. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Godman.
Godman, talk to me.
Thank you for the great job you're doing.
Oh, thank you.
I want to ask him a question. So what can we do? Is there a way to change this whole structure in the delegates?
Mm-hmm.
Is there something else that could be better than this that will make things more, it's just frustrating the way you have described everything.
Yes.
So is there a better way to go about it? What should be changed?
Yes, that will ensure a fairer process.
And then my best, the best one that you've had,
okay,
I really love was Peter Obi's interview.
Peter Obi, okay, don't go away. Let's capture your number. And so my interview with Peter Obi was your favorite. Why? Why? Tell me why.
Well, Peter Obi is
what did I do? Forget Peter Obi. We're not talking about Peter Obi today. This is my show today.
I love the questions you asked him. I love the questions. It brought out everything that was in his heart.
Okay.
So I just like the way you presented the questions you asked him, and it brought out everything. There was a way he couldn't hide, and his whole self, his personality, everything about him came out. So
okay. What's your name again?
Godman.
Godman. Thank you, Godman.
Thank you.
Okay, stay listening because Jude will be answering your question. Now, why do you all call so late? Like, the lines are on fire. Talk to me. Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, miss. What's your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Quincy calling from Maryland.
What's your name?
Quincy Agidi from Maryland.
Okay, Quincy, go ahead.
My memorable event is that the last time we came when we were talking about how it's going to run the presidential election. So
Okay.
I was inspired by most of the talk on how it's going to move the nation forward.
Okay.
So unfortunately, it pulled away from the party he intended to.
Yes, he's pulled away. That's a whole different conversation we'll be having next Friday. Hopefully, I'll have somebody from his camp join us, and they can tell us why. I know we can't see your number. Can we see your number? We can't see your number.
Who do I
Hold on. Don't worry. I think they're picking it up. Or send it to our WhatsApp number 0809.
No, let them come. Let the person pick the number now.
Okay, they've written it. I believe they've got it. All right. We'll announce the winner at the end of this. And I don't know, are you all just calling to get a prize or are you calling to contribute? Because the lines are insane now. What are you doing? We're supposed to be talking about Nigeria. You people stop. Right. Hello, where are you? Are you there? Hello? No? You snooze, you lose. Hello?
Hello.
Yes,
good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, AD from Songo.
AD, okay, talk to me.
Yeah, I think I want to ask the man a question. I said, with this voting, voting that all of us are really going to get with, like I'm already getting my PVC.
Okay, good.
You know that this dollarization of political parties now, especially this election they are going to do, you can imagine what is going on now that P2B has to withdraw. Now you can imagine what is going to happen in 2023. It's going to be tough. There's going to be really vote buying. So what is going to be what INEC is going to do to put a hammer on all these politicians? That's why we're not going to get it right. Because those who we expected to vote for, to lead us aright, will not be there. So what are we going to do? That's my question.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. God bless you too. Hello? Hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from?
My name is Ayodeji, calling from Aja.
Ayodeji from Aja. Talk to me.
The question I want to ask you guys is everything that has happened now, so far, everything. Does he have the plan of going, repeating that kind of a situation, or maybe give it a try second time?
Good question. Very good question. Thank you so much, Ayodeji.
My interested conversation you've had so far is about the fibroid you had.
Oh,
That
the
was
one about the
first time I joined
fibroids.
Conversation on Davo conversation.
Excellent.
And the topic was so interesting.
Okay.
Especially about the woman that died of fibroid.
That's right.
The
Yes.
explanation, the analysis that was given by your guest
Yeah.
on how women fear through the wicked fear at work.
Yes.
It was the first time I joined your conversation on Nigeria Info.
Thank
It
you.
was very, very interesting.
Thank you so much. Yes, Peju Ugboma. Thank you so much. You've taken your name and your number down. Thank you. Hello. Jude, I hope you're writing down these questions because you're going to have to answer them soon.
Yes, but I didn't get the
Hello?
last question.
Okay, don't worry. I'll tell you. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name and where you calling from?
Joy calling. The way things are going on now, I'm not happy about it. Because how are we going to see good somebody to vote for in this country now? Since there is money everywhere, money. I'm not happy about it, truly. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let me come to you, Jude. So the last question before Joy just now was, given all the money you've spent, will you do it again? That's number one. Number two, the other question, yes, I can see the look on your face. The other question was, having spent all this money, what do you think you got out of it, or what do you expect to get out of it?
All right, thank you. I wrote down 4 questions, so I'll
Excellent.
just
Go ahead.
What is my gain after spending this money? First thing is, I am closer to clinching the ticket than I ever was.
Okay.
Before the campaign.
Let me do, that's a ching ching right there. Yes, go ahead.
And consider something positive. We ran a very viral, strong campaign on the ground.
Right.
And that's thanks to the more than 100 people who contributed to the fund. I'm proud to tell you that that 30 million I spent, about 95% of it was crowdfunded. And so it's these people who have helped to wage this campaign have contributed to getting me closer to clinching a ticket the next time.
Yeah.
So that's what I would say is my gain.
Okay.
If the party does win, the People's Democratic Party also has an habit of picking aspirants and giving them certain roles within the cabinet, within the boards.
Okay.
And that might also be another opportunity to serve that might be different from
what you had intended. Okay. And would you run again?
The second question, is there a way to change this? There is a better way.
Yeah.
And definitely has to change. And honestly, it goes back to what Joy mentioned, Joy who called last time, who said, are we going to find good people to vote for in this coming elections?
That's right.
Because you can be sure that the Nigerian masses are only picking one of the highest bidders in the major political parties.
Yes.
And so, I don't have all the answers yet, but I believe that, like I said earlier, there has to be a movement to reform our political party processes and the way that our parties nominate our candidates. INEC and vote buying, what are we going to do? Again, this boils down to what I just said now. There has to be take for example, counterfeit drugs in the early 2000s, right? This was an issue that was affecting every nook and cranny of Nigeria. Children were dying of counterfeit drugs.
That's right.
A lot of things were happening. And we agreed as a country that it was an issue that had to be addressed. So I think that as a country, we also have to get to the point where we know clearly that this vote buying issue, this incentivizing delegates using money and dollars is an issue that we have to tackle.
That's right.
And just like with counterfeit drugs, using NAVDAC and the tenure of Dr. Dora Akpili, we can also tackle this.
Okay.
It takes some effort with that, but it can change. I believe that.
Okay.
Will I do it again? I definitely will be spending much of my time the next 4 years, right, to try and drive the advocacy for these political party reform that I've talked about.
Excellent.
But it's clear to me that if we do put our numbers to here, then we can definitely change it. And in another 4 years, if it doesn't change, I definitely will go through that process again.
Good.
Because, like I said, I'm closer to clinching the ticket than before.
Than you were before. What did you run before? What did you run for before the first time? You said you
I
ran.
ran councillor before, but under COA party then.
Okay, on the COA. Okay.
COA was registered. I ran on the PDP. So I definitely would do this again. In the hopes that we continue to, try to break this hard ceiling of political party reform. That's the only way we get quality leaders in our country. And without political leaders, Nigeria can't be the Nigeria of our dreams.
And I haven't asked you actually, how old are you, so everybody knows?
I'm 30 years old.
Excellent. You all heard it, right? He's 30. He's told us how he was able to earn his money, the work that he did to put that money together, how much it's cost him. This is his second time round. So if I see any more missive about Gowon was your age when he did something and all that stuff, I promise you, honestly, I will explode. Seriously.
Thank you for that. That was a very good point you made.
Yes, I wish we had more time, honestly. So here we go. I have messages here on WhatsApp. Please ask him, assuming, and here's an interesting question for you, Jude. Assuming you had won, wouldn't your first assignment be to recoup the 30 million you spent, even with interest? That's from Emmanuel in Lekki. Tell us honestly, we're not going to judge.
I said earlier, 90 to 95% of the 30 million that we spent on the campaign was crowdfunded. I mean, I've been in this space for 9 years now. The people within the technology and innovation space saw my campaign, believed in my campaign, and contributed to it. I'm not in depth. The money I put into my campaign was largely money from part of my savings, but 90 to 95% of that 30 million was crowdfunded. People believed in me.
Excellent.
All that. I mean, I'm looking at my donation sheet now, and it's more than 150 people.
Wow.
Average donation is more than 100,000.
Wow.
So I'm not. So if I had won, I would not be.
You wouldn't be inclined to have to recoup it back. Yes.
I would be accountable to those people who funded my campaign.
Yeah.
And that's why I believe strongly that more young people who have been in this space for a while should get into the National Assembly, because you're not going there thinking, I need to recoup any money back. But for the highest bidders who have now won the election, you can be sure that they're going into the election to recoup their money.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I have a message here from Dean Nanji. Siseoge, good afternoon, or good day, Siseoge. Truth be told, these people who've been holding this country to ransom for only God knows are not ready to let go. All what they're after is to keep looting, stealing, and making the people suffer. But my question to Jude is he looking forward to going into another party to run for elections? Aha. Secondly, is he still going to stay in APC? He was not in APC, he was in PDP 18. But are you going to go to another party?
No.
You won't? No. Okay, super. Let me see if I can grab another. The lines are going crazy. I don't know why you all leave it till so late. On behalf of... Oh, no. Sorry. That's not wrong. You send that to the wrong place, I'm afraid. Right. Here we go. House of Rep Osun State 30 million. House of Rep Osun State 30 million. I'm breathless. That's from Temidayo Idimo in Lagos. Yeah, I almost lost my breath as well. In fact, my jaw dropped on the floor. Zainab had to put it back and clip it in place. Yes, if Osun is House of Rep, you can understand why a certain somebody was doing Buga yesterday. Anyway, the gist is plenty. What have I got here? Let's answer the calls. Hello? Oh, you snooze, you lose. We don't have time. Hello?
Hello?
Turn your radio off. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
What's your name, please, and where are you calling from?
Yeah, my name is Daniel. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Okay, Daniel, talk to me.
Yes, I quickly want to say this because I've been hearing when people were complaining that what would they do now there is a money politics in town. You don't have to bother yourself. PDP and APC are not the only parties.
Thank you.
That we have. There are so many credible candidates in other parties. And what I would even want people to do, we need to teach these people a great lesson. Choose one of the credible candidates that we have around in other parties. Vote for them. When those people come in, they will know that the power of tongue can easily remove them when they mess up. So why are we just looking at APC and PDP as the only almighty party that we can vote for?
Yes.
So you vote for them. If they bring you an evil candidate, you say you don't have choice because that's the party you want to vote for. No.
Okay, thank you.
No, we cannot choose anything among two evils. Like a philosopher said, between two evils, I choose none.
Yes.
So what are we talking about?
Thank you so
if
much.
you think the candidate, the money bag, the PDP and APC are presenting, they are not credible enough. Please, there are so many candidates. We have Omoyele Sowore and so many other ones there. So
Yes.
why are we bothering ourselves?
Thank you so much, sir.
In fact, we need to teach them lesson this time around.
Okay.
We can see what they have turned our country to.
Thank you,
This
sir.
time we'll just sit down and be complaining.
Thank
We
you.
need to show them the power of the tongue.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. All right. Let me try and fit in more calls. We're almost closed. We've got 4 minutes. They always do this to me. 4 minutes. Imagine just 4 minutes.
Hello.
Hello. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. My name is Gloria.
Go on, Gloria. Talk to me.
My best downfall conversation was the day you invited Mr. Peter Obi.
Okay.
Bakare-Yusuf, yes.
Okay. Thank you. Hold on. Don't go away. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Right. Okay. Let's pick up more calls. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, you have 30 seconds. Talk to me. What did you have to say?
Yeah, concerning the primary election,
Yes.
I just want to add to the last caller's contribution.
Okay, please do.
All Nigerians have focused their attention on APC, PDP. Can't we really bring out another party to at least see if there will be a change? Since everybody now sees PDP has not done us any good. APC is already taking us down the stream. Can't we as well as Nigerians try another party and see how credible it is?
Okay.
That is my question.
Thank you so much.
I'm a first-time caller.
Oh.
I tried yesterday to see if I can reach you concerning that guy who had 2 girlfriends and is advising people to
That would have been my colleague's show, not me, but thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you. For a first-time caller, have a great weekend. Right, so we've got, what, 3 minutes or so? 4 minutes? 4 minutes? 3 minutes, right. I've got to pick a winner before we close, so it's not too late. Right, Zainab, what's your pick? Don't go away, Jude. I don't know whether you've been hearing them, but especially you're the most neutral, so you might be the decider. What's your pick?
Okay, so so far I'm trying to. Okay, so far we've got about 5 people saying their favorite part of the show. Then 2 out of them says it's Peter Obi's interview.
Right. So
okay, who is your own?
I don't know. I'm asking you first, Zainab.
Okay, would you rather go with the Peter Obi's people, or would you want to?
You pick which one. Who do you think? And I will give mine, and then Jude will be the decider.
I'm lost between Chief Mister and Godsman.
Okay, so you've got to pick one.
Okay,
Wait, you're the one that chased me off this chair.
Okay,
we have no time.
Okay. So let's go for Godsman's favorites, who says Peter Obi's interview happens to be his favorite.
Okay.
One of the biggest interviews we've had on Down for Conversation.
Hey! Whoa!
I was actually thinking somebody was going to talk about Bamishe's interview,
but we didn't get to answer all the calls. That would have been
looking forward to.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
nobody mentioned.
Nobody so far. And they probably wait. They'll tell you next week. Now it's your own fault, right? So what can I say? Doc is even here to chase me out of the thing. So, Doc, I don't even know if we can turn off your thing. He's trying to chase me out. Can you imagine? He's saying I should get up, I should get up, I should get up. Doc wants to fix you all. So I hope you're all right. My favorite, and I have to say this, possibly since I've been doing Down for Conversations, having Peter Obi in this studio, not virtual or anything, was a big deal for us.
Right.
It was station, the welcome, and he got here early, he got here on time and everything. And he basically he elevated this show to a place that we didn't expect in such a short time. And that video has been, I think it's been viewed about 90,000 times now on YouTube.
Yes,
so yes, Peter Obi, but people like Peter Obi. The first Obi was good man.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So that's one. Right. Jude, who's your favorite? Just pick one because we're in a...
Goodman.
Oh, Goodman, we have your phone, but let me see what you want. Hold on. I have it here. I don't know. Can you see it? I'm trying to it's got that
conversation
thing. A lovely little question. I got it from Empire Jane, which is in Falamo Mall. And they do these wonderful cushions, and it's really beautiful. There's all these things to do with Lagos. Yeah, and it's, as you can imagine, it had to have Danfo on it. Otherwise, it's going to take jiggy, jaga, jiggy on Friday. What can I say? Doc wants to chase me out. So I got to give you the last word in 20 seconds. What would you tell us to do? Do we still vote? Do we worry about delegates? Or we just go out there and do what you got to do?
My last word will be whoever is listening out there, make a commitment to engage the process at your level.
At your level.
There are people who can contest, please contest. There are people who can join political parties, please join political parties. There are people who can vote, please vote. But don't be found doing nothing.
Excellent.
That would be my last word.
And really, if I was 30, Chief Mister wouldn't be able to call me Chief Mister. High Priest wouldn't be able to call me High Priestess. I will be flying over to where you are, and I will be the one proposing, because honestly, when I meet young people like you, there is nothing, absolutely nothing more uplifting for me. I am so proud of you. Well done for all you've done, all you do, and we look forward to hearing more from you and seeing you go higher and higher, because we know there's greater things to come. Jude, you've been a fabulous Nigerian. Thank you for being a good stand for conversationer.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed the show, actually.
Thank you. We aim to please. Down for conversation as they're chasing me off. Happy 1 year anniversary. Try again next time. You might win when we're second. All right. Ciao. Look after yourselves.
Never delegate.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Many people are in business, but not everyone means business. The people who mean business say no to money, cash, card, or transfer. These ones grab business opportunities with their full chest. Keep